Hi, I'm looking at an article by Michael Hobbs about why millennials are facing the scariest financial future of any generation. He starts out with his main point about dissecting the stereotype that millennials are all, quote, entitled. He goes into the fact that a lot of what we hear is cliche and then gets down to the bare bones of the issue and presenting such statistics as these that show that 1 in 5 of them are actually living in poverty, and 300% more, we have 300% more student debt than our parents. And he's coming at this from a perspective that he too is a millennial, so he's going to be experiencing this, knowing people that have this, so this issue is up front in his mind, and especially the ones that are most horrid is going to be the ones that are most influential in his piece. So he doesn't build into the fact of, he doesn't build all millennials into this one article, and that's important, especially when he mentions down here the effect of the Great Recession of 2008. In this graph, he compares the 07 graduating class and the 09 graduating class, and the key differences there. However, one class shouldn't be enough to shape or change the stereotypes of an entire generation. There are a lot more people involved than just the 07 graduating class, and part of the problem that he presents is an effect of the Great Recession instead of perhaps a lot of the economies or systems as a whole. However, he does mention the fact that the growth that has been experienced from that is due to domestic outsourcing, as seen here, which would mean that a lot of companies don't provide the benefits or the pay that they need to for direct hiring and are indirectly hired for the labor that happens to be available at that day, as seen here with Walmart lumpers, who are only paid if there's work for them. And then going into that with my expectations and biases about this. So since I came from a financially stable family and know financially stable people who have not been exposed to this, my stereotypes for millennials might align more with the normal ones as being entitled, etc., because those are the millennials that I am aware of. And understanding this from this perspective about people who don't have that same financial security and have a bunch of these job insecurities and heavy living expenses is quite unknown to me. However, I still managed to try to take that perspective and use the anecdotes to change what I had previously thought about the stereotypes of millennials. And I did so by researching context of the cost of living in this country, for example, which has gone up considerably, as shown in my background research, making it much harder to sustain yourself on minimum wage, as well as also the expansion of domestic outsourcing and then the problems that solves for job security, as in the even though that unemployment may be quite high, that is due to the fact that a lot of people have insecure jobs, so you have that trade-off of job security through direct hire and then this domestic sourcing, as well as the crippling debt of the student loans and that effect that people have of being able to overcome that, as seen throughout this article.